Folks, we'd like to ask at this time that you please silence your cell phones and honor our quiet policy by keeping your conversations down to an absolute minimum, as to not disturb our artists or your fellow paying patrons. Ladies and gentlemen, Judy Stats.
In a small cafe on a crowded night, in a spot of light stands a singer. Then the band begins and the beat is strong and the room belongs to the singer. All the people turn to see her, but refrain and catch her sad refrain in her heart because the lyrics. But in her haunted face and in her searching eyes, there is a sign that something's wrong. Now the eager crowd hangs on every word, but the sounds are slurred by the singer, till the people feel every aching part of the broken heart of the singer. Still the song goes on until the love she knew that seemed so sure, so true, but turned out wrong. And from the song she said, nobody really knows if it's the singer or the song. It is the singer and the song. As the sad song ends, she hits the final note. It catches in her throat, but comes out strong. And as she bows and goes, nobody really knows. Was she the singer or the song? Was she the singer or the song? La 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 la. Thank you so much for coming tonight. It really means so much to me to see you here. It means so much that I forgot the lyrics. How much is that? And I want to thank what was that? Speak up. I want to thank the lovely David Budway and Brianne for being so kind and generous as to have me here in the show. And it's just been such a wonderful thing. Theater has been my passion, my lifelong addiction, as well as my lover. Interpretation of the music and words of songs affect all of us in different ways. I've also sprinkled the show with my original poetry for added color. I've chosen tunes that express, in one way or another, my life's journey. I identified with the theatricality of the tune The Singer, where the crowd is questioning what is happening in the singer's mind rather than in the song. Music and theater speak to me and have all my life. And here is how it started. Yesterday, when I was young, there were songs writing to be sung. A lonely kid, it truly was a shame. A lonely kid always dreamed of being the great dame upon a movie set with others just like me. Actors on a stage, they'd become my family. Together we would dance and sing and cry and take our bows with gratitude and pride. Spend life searching for the who that I am now, a frightened little girl, making a big vow to grow up in a world of make-believe and plays. exactly what I've done and still do to today. All the lines I learned to know and so much more. The people who came through the theater's open door, who never knew the depth of my lonely heart, but gave to me their love from the very start. Yesterday when I was young, life was crystal beads waiting to be strung. I lived it without thinking what was best for me. So many lifetimes, surprises, even me. Afraid to be myself for so many years. I hid inside the roles in spite of all the fears, 'cause on the stage, a freedom came over me instead. And I came to life instead of feeling dead. Now at this stage, so near the end, I'm loving all the memories and all my dear friends who laugh with me and say they want to know of all my yesterdays when I was young. I've always been a solitary dreamer, and as a child of the 40s, the wonderful shows on the radio fueled those dreams. The stories were magical and acted by Hollywood movie stars. I don't know if you knew that. They dazzled my mind and stretched my imagination. Not only did my parents not talk to me, they had their own problems. I wrote all about that in another book, Hide and Seek. But the rest of my family didn't talk to me either. They all spoke in Yiddish. So I sat outside on the stoop by myself. But I didn't know any better, so I wasn't sad. But I adopted the radio as my family. And it was from them that I learned about life and the importance of words. I've heard it said that the way to a man's heart is through his stomach. Well, the way to my heart has always been through words. Talk to me, talk to me, talk to me. Your magical kiss can take me just so far. Talk to me, talk to me, talk to me. Don't leave me like this, dangling from a star. You've lit me on a flame and it's so pleasing. It sure would be a shame if you were only teasing. So my love, before I go, turn the light way down low and talk to me, talk to me, talk to me. You set me on a flame and it's so pleasing. It sure would be a shame if you were only teasing. So my love, before I go, turn the light way down low and talk to me. Talk to me, talk to me. I was a very lucky girl. Not because I spilled water all over my suit, but because I knew how my life would unfurl. I had a goal, and it was a soul one. Thank you, sweetheart. I would learn to be the best actress that I could be. Unfortunately, it was up to me. And my self-esteem was very low, but it didn't stop me from trying to grow. I knew even way back then that my obsession would become my profession. And not for just a little while, but for always. This isn't sometimes, this is always. This isn't maybe, this is always. This is love, the real beginning of forever. This isn't just midsummer madness, a passing glow, a moment's gladness. This is love. I knew it on the night we met. You tied a string around my heart. So how could I forget you? With every kiss, I know that this is always. This isn't just midsummer madness, a passing glow, a moment's gladness. This is love. I knew it on the night we met. You tied a string around my heart. So how could I forget you? With every kiss, I know that this is love. I have acted in so many plays over the years that a lot of people saw me. Songwriter Ellen Schwartz was so intrigued by my fascinating life that she wanted to write a show about me. And so each week I wrote a little story, a little memory of my childhood, and I would drive it downtown to her penthouse apartment on Park Avenue. And we would sit there drinking martinis and smoking cigarettes. And she took those little stories and she wrote a musical about all the characters in my mind. This is a tune from that show called A Cast of Thousands. Mommy was a word that sounded like warm things and soft things and sick. Mommy was a word that sounded like caring and holding and peace. Mommy was the prettiest lady. She smelled like all the flowers of the world were intermingled in her hair. Mommy, did you know I wanted to please you so much that it hurt? Mommy, I didn't know you were lost then. I know now I made it much worse. But I know I saw the beauty in you, saw how hard it struggled to get free. You knew so much about so many things, but not about yourself and not about me. Mommy, though I know that I have gone past you, the loss of you burns. Mommy, though I am all grown now, I cry out your name in my sleep. Yet sometimes there are glimpses of the way things could have been if they'd been right. And knowing they'd be gone tomorrow, I would stay awake all through the night. Mommy, I'm aware that I could have been you if born in your time. Mommy, I'm ashamed that I can't forgive you. Mommy, hurry. Forgive me. This tune should have been called I Didn't Know About Me. I ran around with my own little crowd. The usual laughs, not often, but loud. And in the world that I knew, I didn't know about you. Chasing after the ring on the merry-go-round, just taking my fun where it could be found. And yet, what else could I do? I didn't know about you. Darling, now I know I had the loneliest yesterday. Every day in your arms, I know, for once in my life I'm living. Had a good time every time I went out. Romance was a thing I kidded about. How could I know about love? I didn't know about you. Darling, now I know I had the loneliest yesterday. Every day in your arms, I know for once in my life I'm living. Had a good time every time I went out. Romance was a thing I kidded about. How could I know about love? I didn't know about you. Romance was a thing I kidded about. I had a good time every time I went out. How could I know about love? I didn't know about you. Beware my foolish heart, how white the ever-constant moon. Take care, my foolish heart. There's a line between love and fascination. It's hard to see on an evening such as this, but they both give the very same sensation. When you're lost in the madness of a kiss, your lips are much too close to mine. Beware my foolish heart. And should our eager lips combine, then let the fire start. For this time it isn't fascination or a dream that can fade and fall apart. It's love this time, it's love, my foolish heart. Oh, this time it isn't fascination or a dream that can fade and fall apart. This time it's love, my foolish heart. If I were 30 years younger and you were 20 years more old, I wouldn't feel it was so bold to say that it would be great fun to play with you. It's just a fantasy, that's true. Nothing more, because I don't want to own you. But I'd love to use you for one night. Get close for a little while and then let you go. Without a tear or a fight. Think about it. There would be no need to tell lies. We would have no ties. I had all that before. I know I'm not your kind of a date. This is a new game for me too. I just got started really late. You don't have to make any excuses or decisions. I am not a schemer, I am a dreamer with visions. And I've never said this to anyone before, but you are so sweet and so kind and more. I thought being intimate was all in the past, that yesterday's passions were locked up in a strong trunk made to last, but meeting you has evoked a memory of a forgotten and quite erotic reverie. Oh, this is not an easy, and I'm feeling so queasy. But if you find that you are sort of in the mood, and excuse me if this sounds crude, but one night, maybe soon, let's say Sunday, around 7, I would love to spend some time with you in my little heaven. I'll put champagne in a bucket of ice and we can drink it in a very dark room, which would be very nice. Only if you agree that nothing may come of this thing. But if something did, it would be a one-time thing, a one-time fling, because I don't want to own you. What a funny boy he is. No one's dashing cavalier. Clumsy, yes, 2 left feet. Nonetheless, rather sweet. What a funny face is his. All a grin from ear to ear. What a silly, idiotic dear. No thing of splendor, no work of art, and yet so tender he breaks my heart. Here's a truth I've heard a while, something only wise men know. If somebody makes you smile, never let him go. What a funny boy he is, funny how I've come to love him so. Here's a truth I've heard a while, something only wise men know. If somebody makes you smile, never let him go. What a funny boy he is, funny how I've come to love him so. I'm wild again, beguiled again, a whimpering, simpering child again. Bewitched, bothered, and bewildered am I couldn't sleep and wouldn't sleep when love came and told me I shouldn't sleep. Bewitched, bothered, and bewildered am I. Lost my heart, but what of it? He is cold, I agree. He can laugh, but I love it. Although the laugh's on me, I'll sing to him each spring, to him, and long for the day when I'll cling to him. Bewitched, bothered, and bewildered am I. I was lead singer with Saul Yankett's Jazz All-Stars. I wrote, produced, edited, and hosted the weekly Lunch and Judy show, a new radio show, for a week for 7 years by myself in my little studio. Then I burned out. I created the only dinner theater in the afternoon in Rockland County and put on 100 performances of my original plays, which I wrote for and marketed to seniors throughout the tri-state area. I've acted in more than 80 plays. Oh, geez, I'm old. A few favorites. Earthy Martha and Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf. Interesting Madame Arkadina, First Lady of the Russian Theatre in The Seagull. Refined Madge Kendall, First Lady of the English Theatre in The Elephant Man. The bawdy Mrs. Waters in Tom Jones. Needy Amanda in The Glass Menagerie. Nutty German Professor Van Helsing in Dracula. Yes, I did it as a woman. And next is the disillusioned Joanne from Company. I'd like to propose a toast. Here's to the ladies who lunch. Everybody laugh. Lounging in their caftans and planning a brunch on their own behalf. Off to the gym, then to a fitting, claiming they're fat and looking grim 'cause they've been sitting choosing a hat. Does anyone still wear a hat?
I love it.
I'll drink to that. And here's to the girls who play smart. Aren't they a gas? Rushing to their classes in optical art, wishing it would pass. Another long, exhausting day. Another $1,000. A matinee, a Pinter play, perhaps a piece of Mahler's. I'll drink to that. And one for Mahler. And here's to the girls who play wife. Aren't they too much? Keeping house but clutching a copy of life just to keep in touch. The ones who follow the rules and meet themselves at the schools, too busy to know that they're fools. Aren't they a gem? I'll drink to them. Let's all drink to them.
Cheers. Oh, cheers.
And here's to the girls who just watch. Aren't they the best? When they get depressed, it's a bottle of scotch plus a little jest. Another chance to disapprove. Another brilliant zinger. Another reason not to move. Another vodka stinger. Drink to that. So here's to the girls on the go. Everybody tries. Look into their eyes and you'll see what they know. Everybody dies. A toast to that invincible bunch. The dinosaurs surviving the crunch. Let's hear it for the ladies who lunch. Everybody rise. Sweet and dimpled pearl. So how did would I find myself on this slippery, sloping shelf? I never thought that I'd become what I've become. No, I never thought that I'd become old. The years of my youth passed too quickly. They were restless, horny, and prickly, but the life I lived then allows me to say that I'm looking towards the other side of youth, where life can be so joyfully uncouth. The bawdy, sexy fun and games were wasted on my youth. But now I know just what to do with what I have to give to you. So I hope you want to play. Today is just the perfect day. Tomorrow's our adventures waiting to be had. The sorrows of the past, in fact, are no longer sad. Let them go. Learn to accept them. You've kept them long enough. There are new scenes to write, so get rid of that tired old stuff. And you might find out some surprising things if you look beyond the lines and the dings. Invite a friend to stay for a while. Take off your clothes and wear a smile. Yes. Life can be thrilling if you find someone who's willing. Because if you're lucky, this is the truth. Life can be so joyfully uncouth. Thank you. Okay, as I aged, the parts became less and less, and since theater was my addiction and I was obsessed, I went into withdrawal and a depression that lasted quite a while. But then it occurred to me, without a smile, that there was much more to look back on than there was looking ahead. Where do you start? How do you separate the present from the past? How do you deal with things you thought would last, that didn't last? With bits of memory scattered here and there, I look around and don't know where to start. Which books are yours? Which tapes and dreams belong to you and which are mine? Our lives are tangled like the branches of a vine that intertwine. So many habits that we'll have to break, and yesterdays we'll have to take apart. One day there'll be a song or something in the air again to catch me by surprise, and you'll be there again. A moment in what might have been. Where do you start? Do you allow yourself a little time to cry? Or do you close your eyes and kiss it all goodbye? I guess you try. And though I don't know where and don't know when, I'll find myself in love again. I promise there will always be a little place no one could see. A tiny part deep in my heart that stays in love with you. I've been courted and escorted by so many men. As for fear of cold rejection, I've had none. There were avant-garde composers, even these and them and dozers. It was fun, but among the many faces and the whiskey breath embraces, there was one. It was not exactly Paris. It was not exactly spring, but it was Beaujolais and flowers, double beds and double showers, and the passion that his kisses used to bring. It was not exactly Paris. I was not exactly young, but on a quiet night, with the door locked tight, and the silence weighs a ton, of all the men in my life, I remember one. It was not exactly Venice. Never heard a mandolin, but it was kisses and linguine set to Mercer and Mancini, and it was boating on the park and falling in. It was not exactly marriage. Didn't have the longest run, but in my heart of hearts, when the twilight starts and the long, long day is done, of all the men in my life, I remember one. Yes, the truth is the theater has been my lover of choice, but there has been the ever-present voice telling me that I must make a decision with unfailing precision to either stay alone or find a mate. So I sit and muse and watch and wait, but I have 2 dogs and a cat, and I'm happy with that. And anyway, I've been there and I've done that. I do not want for anything. I have had many affairs, lovers, kissy faces, turtle doves. I'm secure, alone in my own rippling sea of never-ending thoughts and possible ideas that can sometimes lure me, but please, don't insist or attempt to assure me that I need something that only a man can give. Because my own demands, specific or sundry, will force me to do exactly what I want and remain free. So, keep your advice where the sun don't shine. And by the way, I've been there and done that too. Better luck next time, that could never be. Because there ain't gonna be no next time for me. No siree, I made up my mind to another start. I made my mind up, but I can't make up my heart. I'd like a new lucky day, that would be nice, but that comes just once in a lifetime, not twice. So don't say better luck next time, that could never be, because there ain't gonna be no next time for me. I'd like a new lucky day, that would be nice, but that comes just once in a lifetime, not twice. So don't say better luck next time, that could never be, cause there is not gonna be no next time. There's not gonna be no next time. There's not gonna be no next time for me. Leave me alone my whole life. Oh, aside from being a dreamer, I've always been a doer and believed that it was up to me to make my dreams come true. I can't just sit around being depressed and let my life go down the toilet. So I made a new goal for myself. And the goal was to become a better singer, or at least as good as I could be. And I found out about Maureen at the same time, and discovered the open mic every Tuesday night. And David allowed two wonderful singers and musicians to step up and perform. And I have come here every Tuesday night and have found a new way to get over my profound fear of singing. And I have learned to surrender myself and learned that an audience is so wonderful, and it's been my goal and my joy to make people happy. So here's to us who are here at Maureen's. I am so thrilled to be one of them. No complaints, no regrets. I still believe in chasing dreams and placing bets. And I have learned that all you give is all you get. So get all you got. I had my share, I drank my fill. And even though I'm satisfied, I'm hungry still to see what's down another road beyond the hill, and do it all again. So here's to life and all the joy it brings. Yes, here's to life, to dreamers and their dreams. Funny how the time just flies, how love can go from warm hellos to sad goodbyes, and leave you with the memories you've memorized to keep your winters warm. For there's no yes in yesterday, and who knows what tomorrow brings or takes away. As long as I'm still in the game, I want to play for laughs, for life, for love. So here life for dreamers and their dreams. May all your storms be weathered and all that's good get better. Here's to life. Here's to love. Here's to you. May all your storms be weathered and good times get better. Here's to life. Here's to love. Here's to you. To you. This is the last song before the encore. The minute I found out that I was going to be doing this show, I started the work of trying to select the music, which is always the hardest thing for me, and I'm sure for other singers too, to do. And of course the theme. It seems the theme is always about me. I'm obsessed with me. It's because of my inner child that has never been heard. And she will not leave me alone.
Let her out. Let her out.
Anyway, here we are, and thank you again for coming to this evening. David Budway for giving me this special night. Oh my God. This memory will keep me warm on cold winter nights. The party's over. It's time to call it a day. They've burst your little balloons and taken the moon away. It's time to wind up the masquerade. Just make your mind up. The piper must be paid. The party's over. The candles flicker and dim. You've danced your little balloons. What? Can we do that one sentence over again then? The party's over. The candles flicker and dim. Thank you. You've danced and dreamed through the night. It seemed to be right just being with him. Now you must wake up. All dreams must end. Take off your makeup. The party's over. It's all over. My friend.
Encore! Encore! There we go.
What good is sitting alone in your room? Come hear the music play. Life is a cabaret, old chum. Come to the cabaret. Put down that knitting, the book and the broom. It's time for a holiday. Life is a cabaret, old chum. Come to the cabaret. Come taste the wine, come hear the band. Come put your heart, start celebrating. Right this way, a table's waiting. No use permitting some prophet of doom to wipe every smile away. Life is a cabaret, old chum. Come to the cabaret. I used to have this girlfriend known as Elsie, with whom I shared 4 assorted rooms in Chelsea. She wasn't what you'd call a blushing flower. As a matter of fact, she rented by the hour. The day she died, the neighbors came to snake her. Well, that's what comes from too much pills and liquor. But when I saw her laid out like a queen, she was the happiest corpse I'd ever seen. I think of Elsie to this very day. I remember how she turned to me and said, what good is sitting all alone in your room? Come, hear the music play. Life is a cabaret, old chum. Come to the cabaret. And as for me, I made my mind up back in Chelsea. When I go, I'm going like Elsie. Start by admitting from cradle to tomb, it isn't that long a stay. Life is a cabaret, old chum. Only a cabaret, old chum. And I love a
Judy Stan! Woo! How about it? Way to go! One more time for David Budway, and one more time for the lovely Judy Stan. We love you, girl.
How much sex?